Hey guys, GirlGotGame here, and we are back for our final run-through of Blankspace. Got all of our endings, and now it's time to go for the secret ending. Plus, if you look down here, you'll see patch enabled. So I've got the H patch downloaded and installed. So we got even more stuff to read. Let's begin. Let's reacquaint ourselves with everything. I don't want to miss a thing. Alright. I'm so excited. I can't wait to see how this is going to play out. Broop.
What the... Oh, damn. What the hell was I doing last night? I was at the club again. Wasn't I? Waking up to unfamiliar ceilings is shitty, but usually not as weird as this. I don't remember getting kidnapped. I don't seem to have a hangover for that matter, so I'm pretty sure I didn't drink that much either. Oh, great. This is cool. This is fine. This is perfectly normal. I've woken up in stranger places before. Chained to pipes. And stuff. Gah. Come on, you stupid piece of shit. Ouch! Fuck! Guess it's not one of those cheap imitation toys after all. For real, though. Where the bloody hell am I? And what's that dripping sound?
Don't worry about that just yet, man.
Where the hell's it even coming from? It's not the pipe. Also, what the hell's with the decor here? There's no color in anything except... Huh? Seems like I'm not the only one who got into trouble. Was she at the club yesterday too? She does seem to be wearing some kind of party dress. I don't think I recognize her though. She looks kinda pale. Please tell me she's not dead. Then again, I look pretty pale too. It must be the lighting in this place. Hey! You alive? Nothing. She's either a heavy sleeper or she's not sleeping at all. Okay, let's calm down. You wake up in a strange room. What's the first thing you do? You check your pockets, obviously. Cell phone's gone, which is to be expected. Pocket knife's also gone, which is also to be expected. As is my wallet. Fuck. Don't tell me they took my cigs, too. Cell phone I can understand, but cigs? Goddamn sadists. Nicotine withdrawal kicking in 3, 2, 1. Okay, I guess it's not that bad. For now. No cell phone, no cigs, no wallet, no tools, limited movement range. Guess I'm starting to run out of options. At least she seems to be in a more comfortable predicament than I am.
Alright, first choice. I think, oddly enough, that throwing the boot at her is a good choice because it's referenced so much going forward in the game. So I think it's an important decision to do this. So I'm going to throw my boot and hope that that's correct.
Well, good to see you're not dead at the very least.
How rude!
I'm sure I just scored on the first impression meter with that one.
I see. I should have done the same when our roles were reversed.
When our roles were reversed.
I waited for you to wake up for so long, I fell asleep again.
The fuck? For real? How long was I out?
Well, the clock said 19 minutes past 8 when I gave up and closed my eyes.
There's a clock on the wall. I can't really see it from over here. And now?
It still says 19 minutes past 8. It hasn't moved since I first saw it. So all I can tell you is long enough for me to get very bored. Well, this might be a bit of a problem.
Yeah, seems like we're both a bit chained up. I was wondering if you'd panic. You don't seem very surprised, though. You alright? Here's hoping she hasn't been drugged or something.
It's not the first time this has happened to me.
Not the first time this has happened to you. What, you wake up cuffed in weird rooms with strangers all the time?
Important question. Do you remember how you got here?
Not exactly.
I see. We're playing out scenario B then.
Scenario B? What the fuck?
Oh, don't mind me. Just thinking out loud.
Is a friend of yours trying to play the wingman by locking you up in shady rooms with strangers, hoping you'll find the one?
Creative! I like that in a man.
Right. Do you remember how you got here?
I might. But I need to think some things through before I tell you anything.
Well, that's fucking helpful.
I aim to please.
I think I'm already losing count of all the red flags. Have we met before?
No, I'm pretty sure this is the first time you've seen me.
Careful choice of words. Are you implying it's the first time I've seen you, but not necessarily the first time you've seen me?
Creative and clever.
You some kind of stalker?
People these days, so paranoid.
Can you fucking blame me?
Don't flatter yourself. Besides, if I was going to go stalking someone, why would I pick you?
Beats me what goes on in the mind of a stalker.
I'm loving going through this again. Everything has such a different meaning now that I've got to know these guys so much more. I'm just like,
She definitely seems weird. Her reactions after waking up and her general attitude are red flags if I've ever seen any. Normal people wouldn't be so calm in a situation like this, would they? And she seems barely fazed. Either she's high, or in cahoots with whoever it is that brought me here. Or there's something very wrong with her. One thing's for sure, I shouldn't trust this girl.
You have a name, Fluffy Boy?
Hell, maybe I do. It doesn't seem like the smartest idea to be giving it to you, though.
Would it help if I introduced myself first? I'm Beryl.
Beryl. Like a stone. Wow. Your parents went all out with that one. Is that supposed to be her stage name? I wouldn't be surprised.
A lot of people tell me it's a pretty name.
Were a lot of people trying to shove dollar bills in your underwear at the time?
Creative, clever, but not a good judge of character, it seems. I suppose 2 out of 3 isn't bad. Were your parents more creative than that?
There's no way in hell I'm giving this chick my real name.
I just want to see if now that you've got all the endings, if you can give her your real name. Whoops. Okay, now. So we'll go back to Axel for one last time.
Call me Axel.
Axel? Really? Okay, I've got it memorized. I still love that that's in the game. I love that so much. It's a pleasure to meet you, Axel.
I wish I could say the same. Well, now that the pleasantries are out of the way, if you have any info regarding where the fuck we are and/or what the fuck we're doing here, I'd appreciate it.
I don't know about you, but one course of action seems obvious to me.
That being?
Getting out of here. What else?
Well, now you're actually speaking my language. You probably have more range of movement than I do, and can probably see more too.
Did you check your surroundings properly?
It's a bit hard to move around with these cuffs around my wrist.
You can still stand up, can't you? The pipe extends all the way up to the ceiling. There's some kind of safe above you.
Oh, huh. How the hell did I miss that? Maybe my brain didn't manage to wake up properly yet.
Why don't you check it out? Meanwhile, let me see if I can find anything on this side.
It's so dark in this corner, I can barely see anything. If only I had my phone with me. See the world through the eyes of an adult. That's what it says here, and there are a bunch of equations next to it. They don't seem to make much sense.
Anything else?
Well, there's also a numpad on the safe.
See the world through the eyes of a child. That's what mine says.
Wait, you have a safe over there too?
Yes, it's in the side of the sofa. It's got a numpad as well.
What kind of couch has a built-in safe?
There's also a sun symbol right next to the text.
Wait, a sun symbol? I have a symbol like that on my handcuffs. And there's a snowflake symbol next to the quote on my side.
Well then, I have a symbol like that on my cuff too. You think the quote on my side is meant to be a clue for you and vice versa?
It's either that or someone's insinuating that you're a special snowflake and I'm hot stuff. Hell, maybe. What did yours say again?
See the world through the eyes of a child. I have an equation over here too. It's not that complicated, but I need either a calculator or something to write with to solve it. I won't be able to do this in my head. Let's concentrate on solving yours first.
Wait. This is stupid.
What is?
The answer is supposed to be a single digit. That can't be right, can it? Even if I didn't know what the answer was, that's like only 9 possible combinations. Well, 10 if you also count 0. Inputting every single one would take me just a moment.
Before you end up doing anything, have you considered the possibility that inputting the wrong number might freeze the system? What if there are no second chances? Alright.
I guess you make a fair point.
We wouldn't want to end up stuck here forever, would we? Besides, aren't you curious about the code used behind the riddle itself? What if figuring out how to read those equations might be useful to us somewhere later on?
Somewhere later on? Like where?
It's just an idea, a possibility.
Right.
So, did you figure it out yet? I want to talk to you though first, girl.
Not yet. Any thoughts?
I can't really see that riddle from where I am, you know. But from the info we've shared, see the world through the eyes of a child. Think about what it might mean. Children don't necessarily know how to count things properly. So did you figure it out yet? Is that the same? Okay. Children don't necessarily know how to count things properly. Maybe it's not about looking at the whole thing as an equation. Perhaps the numbers aren't even important. Maybe it's about shapes. So did you figure it out yet? I did, girl.
Ha!
Did you get it right? What do you know? It seems there are some brain cells left in that head after all. Unless that was a lucky guess.
This puzzle is easy once you realize what it's about.
A lot of puzzles are like that. So what's the catch with this one?
Why don't you come over and solve it for yourself?
I might, once I'm able to.
Now, what's inside of the safe?
Anything useful?
There's more than one thing, it seems. A razor blade? What the hell do I need a razor blade for? Well, at least it's in a wrapper. Guess I can just stuff it into my pocket for now. Next up... Well, what do you know? Seems like it might be your lucky day. We are now in the possession of a fine piece of technology that will help us with tricky sums. You don't sound very happy.
Doesn't it make you wonder? It seems clear that we needed to solve your riddle first in order to solve mine.
Isn't that what you assumed earlier?
Well, I suggested we could solve yours first since it seemed easier, that's all. Now it's apparent that's how it was meant to be solved.
Your point being, what does it really change?
I wonder why they put the easy puzzle on your side.
Oh, har har. Screw you.
Either way, it seems like this predicament is meant to involve teamwork.
Yeah, and there's nothing better than working together with creepy strangers you've just met. Hey, it just occurred to me. You're cuffed to one of the legs of that couch, aren't you? Can't you just lift it and get yourself free?
Lift it? Did you actually see me? Do I look like I could lift a sofa this big?
Do you think that might be the reason why I'm on this side and you're on yours?
Touché. I think I'm starting to like you.
I'm questioning your taste already.
So is there anything else in the safe?
Oh, right.
Just one minor thing.
There's also... a key.
Oh?
I think it's one anyway. It actually looks like a hex key. Huh. This actually makes me think of something from a childhood video game. Wouldn't it be funny if this key was made of ice too? Then again, if it was, it would have melted before I opened this safe.
Earth to Axel?
What the hell am I even thinking about at a time like this? Well, good news for you, I guess. The key I just found has a snowflake on it. And you have a snowflake on your cuff.
So you are reading my mind.
Your key was in my safe, meaning that mine might be in yours.
That's certainly a possibility.
Can I trust you?
It's hard to answer that question when I don't know if I can trust you.
Well, I'm currently the one in possession of the key to your freedom, and you're not in possession of mine.
That's a strong point. You're worried I might run off and just leave you here once I'm free.
Considering that's also a possibility.
I promise I won't.
You won't what?
Leave you here. But of course, it's up to you whether you want to trust me or not. I can't exactly force you to give the key to me.
She doesn't sound very reassuring.
Give her the key.
Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't agree to something like this. Then again, what does normal even mean anymore? Okay, I'll go ahead and trust you. Think you'll be able to catch it?
If you manage to throw it as well as you threw your boot.
Speaking of which, you plan to return that to me anytime soon?
Why don't you come over and get it yourself?
Thought so.
See, the boot's important.
Catch.
It was indeed the key to my freedom. And just like that, you're at my mercy now. How thrilling. Are you scared?
Feel free to ask me that question again in a minute or so.
So, will you help me with my puzzle?
You can solve it yourself, you know. The calculator is right here.
Oh, but where would be the fun in that?
So far, I've been doing all the work. You want me to solve this one for you too?
Well, one would think it would be in your best interest. I'm not the one left chained to a pipe around here, after all.
This is what I get for trying to be nice.
I still appreciate it.
You don't sound like it. You said something about numbers. Do we need to solve some kind of equation?
That's right. It's 6,620 plus 2,612 times 25.
Seems pretty straightforward.
It's easy when you have a calculator or a piece of paper to write on. Not so easy when you have to work out the whole equation in your head.
Point taken.
The tricky part here is the equation order, though. Are you good with math?
I got by back in school. Mind you, it's been a while since I had a math class.
Surely you still remember some of the basics. If there are no brackets in an equation, which calculation do you make first? Addition or multiplication?
Clearly you know the answer yourself, so why are you asking me?
I thought you wanted to help me with my puzzle, not complain about it. Multiplication.
Multiplication, obviously. Besides, you call that order of operations, not equation order.
So you were paying attention in class.
It doesn't take a math genius to know this.
Well, let's give it a try. 2,612 times 25.
That's 65,300.
And now add 6,620 to that.
Gives us 71,920.
Done.
Did that work?
Good job, team. Catch. Thanks for not throwing it across the room.
Thanks.
Are you still scared?
Well, you didn't break your promise, so I'm a bit less paranoid now. But I'm guessing this isn't the end of our problems. It's good to be free.
Just gonna carry all these things with me.
I'll go ahead and keep these. Was there anything else in your safe?
Only your key.
Are you sure?
Axel, you told me everything that was in your safe. I'm telling you everything that's in mine. There's nothing apart from the key.
It just feels like overkill using such big safes for such small keys.
You can double check it if you don't believe me.
Nah, it's fine. I don't know what the razor blade is here for, and I don't care. If anything, it's a sharp and potentially dangerous tool, and I don't feel like mentioning it to someone like this girl in case she'd like to inspect it for herself. And here's hoping the other safe didn't have one inside as well, which she chose not to mention for the same reasons I didn't. Her dress doesn't seem to have pockets, but I can think of a few places something so thin could be hidden with ease. Am I being too paranoid?
Anything interesting you're thinking about?
No.
What are the odds that door is actually unlocked?
I'd say some 5%.
My thoughts exactly. Well, let's go check, just to be on the safe side. And give me back my boot.
I suppose you've earned it. Huh, I didn't realize they made kids' boots this big.
What?
The zipper?
It's a style thing. Maybe you wouldn't get that.
Oh, I get it. It's the style that says, hey, laces are too tricky for me to use.
Got him.
Yeah. No luck here. Of course it's locked.
Now that's 100% certainty at least. I believe it's time to search for another key. One that might unlock freedom for us both this time around.
I hate this place already.
Not yet, you don't. Alright, time to start looking for things. So, something we gotta do is get these breads. Just in case. Just in case that's important. I'm gonna collect all the things I can collect.
The hands are stuck at 19 minutes past 8. Where can we make use of these numbers?
I wonder.
It's a blackboard. It doesn't seem to have any secret messages for us.
I haven't done this yet, actually, so I know I need to interact with this board. Might as well.
What are you doing?
Art! Achievement unlocked! Art! That's art.
I'm leaving a message for the mastermind. Life size.
Uh-huh. Guess that would explain your brain being starved of oxygen.
A true artist? I got 2 achievements for that, what the heck?
It's a blackboard. And I'm proud of myself.
Well, I'm glad you're proud of yourself, I guess.
It's a chair. Must be the teacher's. Looks comfier than the ones by the student desk, that's for sure.
Okay. Hello?
Considering this whole room looks a bit like some kind of miniature classroom, I'm guessing this is supposed to be the teacher's desk.
Seems like the teacher is absent, though.
Hell, who knows? Maybe I was put here to teach you a lesson.
Should I start calling you sir?
I like the sound of that.
Well then. Sir, forgive me for being a naughty student with no regard for privacy.
Yeah, those drawers won't open themselves.
On it.
You'd think the teacher would at least store some booze in here. But the space is just sad and empty.
What kind of teachers did you have back in school?
The sort who had to teach little shits like me.
Roasted.
Oh, there's something under the desk. Is this half of a key card?
Clearly, we need to find the other half now.
And then what? Glue it together?
Could.
The second drawer on the right seems to be locked. We'll need a key to open this one.
There's a tape roll in the drawer.
Yeah, I wonder if I could tape your mouth shut with that.
I forgot about that. Dang.
What do you know? The teacher is rich. Though it's not any sort of currency I've seen before. Judging by its size and design, I'd put my bets on this being some kind of casino chip. It even has a good luck motto on it.
I believe your bet would be a good bet.
Although it seems really thin for a casino chip.
Dancing in our future.
This drawer doesn't want to open. I don't see any locks on it, though.
Maybe there's some kind of trick to it.
Or maybe some student wanted to prank the teacher and glued it shut. This one doesn't even budge.
Maybe that drawer front is just there to look decorative, but doesn't actually do anything useful.
Now, who does that remind me of?
Oof. Okay.
Somebody left us a laptop. Great.
Does it have access to the internet?
I think you were meant to ask whether it has some blackmail videos in store for us.
Blackmail videos?
That's usually how this kind of shit goes down. I doubt someone left it for us so that we can take a moment to relax and play video games on it.
Well, it seems we won't be playing anything until we figure out what the password for unlocking it is.
Can you reverse time? I'm guessing that's the clue for this one. And it seems like the answer is a 4-letter or 4-digit password.
Any ideas?
Just one. Nope. 9102, right? There we go. Bada boom.
There we go.
So it's not actually 0819, but 2019 in a 24-hour rotation, which makes it 8:19 p.m.
Again, you're assuming that clock was supposed to tell us anything besides giving a clue to solving this riddle.
But it does hint at the current year, doesn't it?
Maybe it's just that, then. Maybe it's the year it wanted reversed, not an hour.
Maybe. Don't you get a weird feeling like there's more to these puzzles than meets the eye, though?
What do you mean?
Perhaps there's some kind of deeper meaning to them.
Like what? Now you're starting to overthink things. Stop before it spirals out of control and you end up losing your mind. We're in a suspicious enough looking place as it is.
I guess you're right.
Wait, what the hell is this? A CD key. Really?
Someone clearly liked their puns.
The things I live to see.
The key is stuck in the disc, though, isn't it?
Snap.
Not anymore.
I suppose it was designed to be snapped apart like that since the breaks are too even. Be careful what you're doing with your brute strength next time, though. You'll break something that's not meant to be broken and we'll end up stuck here forever.
A good warning.
We solved the riddle, but the screen didn't change.
Perhaps that wasn't its only purpose, then?
Yeah, I never did find out if there was another thing for this puzzle. I just don't know.
Seems like your safe is as empty as mine.
And the next time you complain about me not blindly trusting you, I'll remind you of this.
Oh. I wasn't sure what they talk about, so...
What's wrong? Is that longing I see? Don't tell me you want to go back to the naughty corner.
Life was easier back then. Now I have to walk around and put an effort in searching for clues that seem overly complicated for no reason.
Life is hard indeed.
Indubitably. Bread?
Okay, it's time to prove my point.
Axel? Are you trying to lift the couch?
The hell? This isn't even the side the safe is in. It must be bolted to the ground or something. Because I can't shift it even a little. This is bullshit.
And you were questioning my better judgment.
Alright. We'll take that. And...
Double checking after all. Well, there's nothing bad in being thorough.
Did I take that? Yeah, I did.
Seems comfy.
Clearly somebody knows how to treat a lady.
I suppose it would feel weird had our roles been reversed, all things considered.
Oh? You didn't seem like much of a gentleman at first glance, Axel.
How rude.
It's a pot with some dirt in it.
It's like a really big jar, isn't it?
I mean, what are we meant to do with a whole pot of dirt?
Camouflage all your dirty thoughts in it.
Yes.
3 desks lined up next to each other.
A bit minimalistic for a classroom. This whole room is too small for a classroom as it is.
Well, I suppose it could seat another 3 if you took the sofa into account.
I'm sure that made you feel like a real student. Maybe it's a drawing class and the sofa's where the nude model goes.
So that's why you were studying me while I was asleep. From the naughty corner, no less.
You'd like that, wouldn't you? Let's see if we can find anything in these.
Will do.
Seems like one half of a pair of scissors.
Oh, great. We're totally in need of more sharp and potentially dangerous items.
Oh? Would you like to elaborate on that?
Forget it. Give me that. Fuck.
Crap, shoot. Dang it. Dag nabbit. Drat it all. Drat again.
The other half of the keycard. So, one was under the teacher's desk, the other in one of the student desks. I wonder if there's a story behind this.
You mean like a forbidden love type?
A romantic dreamer, are you? I mean, it could just be that a broken piece of card was the first thing the teacher could find to throw at a student who wasn't paying attention. I got pretty good at catching things over time, at least. I mean, not that I used to daydream much or anything.
Ahem. Right.
What's wrong?
You know, it only just occurred to me, but there's something very wrong with this room.
What do you mean?
Don't tell me you didn't notice. It's almost like this place doesn't feel real.
Give me your hand.
Hey! Did she just pinch me?
Seems real enough to me. Consider it payback. For the boot.
Guess I should be glad it was just a pinch. There are no windows in this room, for that matter. Makes me think we're somewhere underground.
Either that, or someone simply wasn't fond of sunlight.
Well, did you bring your holy water?